It took me 17 months to make my first dollar in online business. Now it took me 25 months to make my first 10K a month. And then it took me 43 months to make my first 100K a month. All right, notice the trajectory in progress. Literally like 16 months, my first 16 months of online business, I made $0 profit, like zero for 16 months. Like going from literally zero to $1, 17-month time, like insane, like absolutely insane. I mean, to be fair, that 17th month, I believe I took home, it was like $69.83. If I remember correctly, that's the exact amount. So I went from that, it took me 17 months to go from like literally that tiny jump. And then the next one seemed exponential. About 9 months later, from $69 to $10,000, which is pretty cool. Like that's a pretty significant jump there. And the next one is a $90,000 jump, which is absurd. And it took me, what is that? The next 18 months, I believe. So if you notice, like literally the hardest part of your journey is from 0 to 1, like literally the hardest part. And it also is the part where the vast majority of people quit. The vast majority of people quit. Like literally the fall off there, like the fall off is exponential. Like it's kind of like a pyramid. The most people will fall off in the first like 30 days or whatever. So like that, think of the first 16-month period. All right, you could be a lot quicker than me. By the way, I'm probably like not the smartest human on earth, but it's just what happened for me in my story. So think of like literally 50% of people will jump off in the first 30 days. They're going to quit. That's what happens. And the next like 2-3 months, another 25% of people will quit. And it's just shaving off people as you go. And so if you have the ability to just simply persist and just like keep going through the terrible, tough, hard times that absolutely suck, if you just keep going, you will win. Like one of the number one traits of every single successful person that I know, all my friends who are very successful, like it's just persistence. It's just the ability to persist and keep on going through the sucky times. And another thing here is like what sucks and what is hard is your perception. It's all your perception. And so I still have times in business today where it sucks and I feel stressed. I feel disappointed, frustrated, overwhelmed. I still feel these negative emotions. Like that's never gonna end. I was talking to one of my clients about this the other day, and we're talking about how do you handle this? How do you react? Because for him, I'll tell you his situation, because this is like really applicable to anyone who's just starting their business, trying to really get it off the ground here, get to the initial 10, 20, 30K months here, is your expectations. All right, he had expectations of he wanted to make 10K a month in a very quick time period. And so he put a time frame on it. And when you put a strict time frame, with time frames comes stress and disappointment. Because if you're getting close to your deadline, your arbitrary deadline that you just make up in your head, and you're not there, you're not even like close to it yet, you can get quite frustrated, you can get quite disappointed. And what will happen is a lot of times those negative beliefs will start to manifest in the actions that you take. And you'll stop taking the actions required. And so that's what happened with him, is he stopped doing lead gen activities. Because for some reason, like that's his beliefs were impacted. He's like, it's not happening, I'm not there yet. Just because he has an arbitrary deadline. And so that impacted his beliefs, like what he believes about what's true. And those beliefs seeped into his actions, him not taking the actions and actually booking more calls for his business. As a result, you're not going to obviously close deals if you don't have any leads coming in. So your expectations are, for me, like 16 months. Like imagine if my expectations was I need to be at this certain income amount, 5 months in or 10 months in or even 15 months in. Or imagine if my expectation, I need to make at least $1 15 months in. If that was a strict deadline in my head, I would have quit month 15 an inch before the breakthrough, an inch before the gold. Like how painful is that? So what I found works best is just to remove the time frame, like literally just throw it away, like destroy it like it doesn't exist. All right, focus on, let's say you want to make, 30K a month. You want to make 30K a month. That can be the big picture outcome or goal in your head, but there's no time frame to get there. You're just going to work every single day with urgency of, hey, I'm going to do these high leverage activities, these high leverage inputs that should create the business that generates 30K a month. But I'm okay with patience. I'm okay with however long it takes. I'm just going to keep on going. Because at the end of the day, like you have to decide, like, Is this the only future reality you're going to accept? Is this the only future reality you're okay with? Of, having your own business, having freedom, having financial freedom. If that's your only future reality that you're willing to accept, then you don't have a choice. And that was it for me. All right, 16 months, 17 months for that breakthrough. But I decided from day one, hey, this is it. Like, this is my future reality. So I don't care how long it takes. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice to just quit and go the normal path. Like, I can't do it because I already chose my future reality. And so I'm going to go regardless. I'm going to persist regardless of how long it takes. There is no time frame. I'm just going to keep on going. Man, I've just been ranting here for a while. But the biggest lessons, biggest takeaways, like, remove the time frame. That's number one. Do not have a time frame on your goals, because that sets expectations. With expectations, if you don't meet them, that's going to come all the negative emotions and you're going to quit. All right, I just talked about earlier how the one of the number one traits is that persistence, that ability to persist. You must have this. You must. You will not win if you don't persist. You're going to quit because things will get absolutely hard. Things will suck. All right, even after your first breakthrough, you're gonna have times that absolutely suck and you freak out. You think that the sky is falling and things are, everything's going down, but you just have to persist and you have to figure it out. I was just dealing with something the other day with our paid ads channel that we're getting rolling here, and I had no clue what I was doing. I was like, oh man, how do I fix this? There was a big problem I run into, and I just had to figure out a solution. I felt overwhelmed because I didn't know the solution yet. And so that's what I've noticed for me is like the time I feel the most overwhelmed is just when I haven't figured out the solution yet. And so I just had to sit down for 2-3 days to figure it out. And now I feel a lot more peace and a lot more certainty because I just know the solution. I know the work in front of me, so I'm just gonna do it now. But yeah, that's the video for today. So persist, keep on going. I don't care how hard it is, just keep on going because this is your future reality. Commit to this is all you have. Just keep on going. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.